Okay, let's make sure everything's working okay. Okay, let's make sure everything's working okay. All right, everything is good and ready to go. Let me just do one more thing. Let me grab some. Okay, there we go. All right, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Malin. Welcome to some more Madden 25. Getting back into the Denver Broncos rebuild. This is part 2. Well, technically this is part 3, but part 1 was split because of the fact that I tried to create Sean Payton and I got fired after the first year that I didn't even make the playoffs, and I think I only won 4 games. So essentially I had to start over. We're going with the default Peter Gaffney, a.k.a. the fake Sean Payton, I guess, as our coach for this franchise. Now, last season, didn't make the playoffs, didn't really do so great. We did have a good pick. I'm trying to see if I can actually look back because it's actually been a little bit since I, did this. So I'm trying to see if I can find what our record was last season in 2024 because it wasn't like it was this year. But anyway, we had some picks. We had a pretty high pick, and we had a pretty active free agency. So let's go ahead and check out the roster going into 2025. So we still have Bo Nix, our starting quarterback. He's progressed a little bit to a 78 overall. We've got Hendon Hooker as our backup quarterback, 69 overall. Halfback, we still got Javonte Williams, 84. We have McLaughlin at 75. 73 and a 66 Blake Watson. Didn't really do much for running backs. We did get a new fullback, Patrick Ricard. 81 overall fullback. He is getting up there in age, but he fits our scheme. Figured a nice fullback would help out the running game. We did sign Keenan Allen, and we also managed to pair him up with Cortland Sutton, which I thought was pretty good. We got Marvin Mims Jr. still here, Troy Franklin, and, Phillips Horton, who was one of our rookies that we drafted out of Colorado State. So he's one of our rookies. We have Vale and we have Palmer. Troutman is still our tight end. We still have Dulich. Oscar Delp is another one of our picks, 72 overall from Georgia. So hopefully he can be Bowers 2.0, but we will see. And we have Nate Atkins as well. Left tackle, we still have Garrett Bowles, 83 overall. Actually, I think he's a new player. Left guard, we signed Isaiah Wynn, 77, and we've got a 76 Ben Powers. So we did some improvements to the offensive line. The biggest improvement, I think, was getting 76 David Andrews. He is getting up there in age at 33 years old, but we needed an upgraded center. And we have Waterberg, and we have Force, and we have Quinn Mears, 88 overall. He was one of our another big free agent signings. We invested a lot in the offseason. McGlinchey, 80 overall, right tackle, 30 years old, big improvement for the offensive line. We still have Zach Allen. We have John Franklin Myers still here. And we have Greg Gaines, who was one of our free agent signings, Roach, and McCall for defensive tackles. Left outside linebacker, Baron Browning, is one of our young emerging players. 26 years old, 80 overall, left outside linebacker. Alex Singleton is going to be our starter this year. He was the backup last season, but we don't have a whole lot of room, so I'm going to go ahead and go with him as our starter at 76 overall. Jonah Ellis, 72 overall, right outside linebacker, and we have Oba for depth. So left outside linebacker is the strongest. The middle's weak. The right outside linebacker position is weak. But our cornerback situation is looking pretty good. We got Patrick Surtain, who was a member of the 99 overall club, our best player, 99 Patrick Surtain II. Look at this, 99 overall, only 25 years old. His ceiling can only get better. I definitely like the fact that we have at least one dominant defensive player that we can build this group around, and Surtain is definitely one of those guys. But we got him some help. We drafted Will Johnson with our first round pick, rookie out of Michigan, 80 overall already. That is definitely going to help the secondary a lot. And Will Johnson is obviously going to be the starter on the opposite side of Surtain, so he'll get plenty of minutes, plenty of playing time, and hopefully he progresses to be in the mid-80s in a couple of seasons. That's all we can hope for. We have Moss, we have Mathis, Abrams, Drain, Lucas, and McDonald. A lot of these guys were here last season, so other than the big Will Johnson and Surtain II getting to the 99, not a whole lot of new improvements in the secondary. Brandon Jones is an 80 overall free safety. We also drafted C.J. Taylor out of Vanderbilt. He's only a 66 overall, but hopefully he can progress a little bit more. We have Turner Yell. We have Owens. One of our big free agent signings, we did sign strong safety Jimmy Ward, 81 overall. 34 years old, but definitely can help out there because going with Locke, who's actually in, because we have Locke who is actually injured to start the season. So obviously Jimmy Ward signing definitely helps that. We have Skinner and we have Johnson. Will Lutz is still our kicker, and Brian Anger is our new punter, the former Cowboy. We signed him. So our current roster actually could use a little bit of beefing up, and by that I mean I just need to get a third-string quarterback to go behind the two guys that we do have. I'm not looking for anybody specifically. Let's just bring in, you know what? Let's bring in Joe Flacco as our third-string quarterback. Just want to bring in somebody to be the third stringer, so that way we can have somebody behind him. Joe Flacco actually was a Bronco at one point of his career. But I don't think a lot of people remember that the year they drafted Drew Lock, they also wanted Flacco to be the starter, but that just didn't work out. But hey, second time around in Denver, and Joe Flacco is nothing more than a third stringer mentor at this point. Hendon Hooker is better than him, and he's a guy that we just signed for cheap in the offseason anyway. So, yeah. I'm going to go take a look around free agency and maybe see if there's any players that we can sign that'll help us out, because these guys are cheaper and we can sign them to one-year deals. Kind of hoping there was maybe a linebacker or somebody like that, but there's no linebackers that are rated really better than what we have. There's nobody in the 80s. There's a couple of corners that are in the high 70s, but I don't think that's really where we need help necessarily. Who's the highest rated free agent? All right, well, Von Bell is a 70 overall strong safety. I know who he is. He used to play for the Dolphins, I believe. 30 years old, 78 overall. I mean, we don't really need another strong safety. We just signed already Jimmy Ward this offseason, so I don't really think that'll help much. Justice Hill looks pretty tempting, but he's not a scheme fit guy. And Javonte Williams, our starting running back. So I think that's all the free agency stuff I want to do for now. I just wanted to get a third string quarterback. I'm going to bring in Joe Flacco for that. All right, well, we got to start out with this team meeting for preseason week 1 against the Saints. I'll go ahead and do this one, but I'm not going to do probably anything else for the preseason in terms of like meetings or anything like that. You'd upgrade the offense. Feel like you did that? Yeah. Feel like we did. Which position group? O-line. The O-line. Ryan Clark said his show this morning that you didn't do enough to upgrade the position. I don't agree with that. Probably won't matter. I mean, seriously, who cares what the media thinks? Upgrade the roster. The morale dropped by 10. We improved this roster. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, all right, it is what it is. I'm going to simulate through the preseason. We'll get to week 1, and we'll get year 2 started with the Broncos and Bo Nix's second year. We won our first preseason game. Let's see. We got something from our offensive coordinator here, although this is actually probably the time where we got to make the preseason promises. They might just be careful what you comment if they do. Got it. Okay. So this is where we're going to start these whole goals that we have to fulfill during the season, which is pretty tough sometimes based on what we have to do. Halfback position battle according to most experts. Which stat will determine the winner between Javonte Williams and Jaleel McLaughlin? There will not be a battle. There won't be a battle. Williams is our starter. Interesting. I doubt that will go over well in the locker room. Trust lost. Players fight for the job. Okay. Well, look, Javonte Williams is our best running back. He's going to be our starter. There's no disputing that or anything like that. So, yeah. By the way, I'm looking on the right side of my screen, and it looks like that the New Orleans Saints have Shedeur Sanders as their quarterback. So I guess they have him as the starter now, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, we got accurate rookies to start out this franchise because I was able to figure that out. I actually wanted to stream last night, but I couldn't because the PlayStation Network was down and there were some connection issues, so I couldn't even get into offline stuff. We lost our second preseason game to the Falcons. We have another new message here. Let's see what this is all about. Just ran into Malcolm Roach. Pretty showed up to camp out of shape. Yeah, I want to talk to him. I believe Roach is our second string defensive tackle. You know what personality is. You can find it in his player card. All right, well, let's take a look at Roach's player card. I don't really know what his personality is. I think he's actually our second string defensive tackle. Yes, he is. Let's see what his player card is. Okay, so goals, stats, ratings. Malcolm Roach has reached 30 morale, which is currently impacting his overall -2. Personality, entertainer. Okay, so he's an entertainer kind of guy. All right, interesting. Didn't really think he would strike me as that. So let's do this locker room meeting with Roach. Talk to him about being out of shape coming into camp. Hey, what's going on with you? Showed up out of shape. Just didn't put in the work this offseason like I had in the past. Entertainer. Well, he's a focus on football, not your social feed. Because he's an entertainer. That's his personality. I understand, Coach. My personality gets in my way sometimes. I'll start the regular season strong. Glad to hear it. Okay. So I guess so with these last two incidences of the guy showing up out of shape, I didn't really look at the player card to see what his personality was like, and therefore I might have said something that kind of dropped the morale a little bit. So I'm glad I decided to look at that and go to the entertainment response. So that way Roach didn't get upset by anything that I said. And it looks like that he's motivated, so that's good. And then again, he's only our second string defensive tackle, so I don't really think he needs to be Superman out there. But, I mean, depth is key in this league. So, if we have a guy go down, he's going to be thrust in the starting lineup very quickly if Gaines gets hurt. So we obviously got to think about stuff like that. Sorry, guys, I had to get up for a second. Okay. All right. So let's play our third preseason game against the Giants. Home. Let's see what happens. We lost again, so we're 1-2 in the preseason to finish things out. And now we got to go to cut players. Let's check out a message from our defensive coordinator and see what he's talking about. Right there. You ready for the team culture speech? I know we do it every year. Right. Great to see the meeting. Don't really remember this from the first season, but let's see what this team culture thing's about. Team culture. how we play every single week. Do you want us to embrace? Discipline. Play smart and discipline. On offense, be great at intangibles, and on defense, focus on play recognition. Great. Okay. Start the season off right. Discipline culture. For the entire season, pursuit and play recognition on defense, carrying on offense. Okay, so just play disciplined football. Well, we got to cut players. We got to trim this roster down. Let's see what we all want to do. So we have 3 quarterbacks. I want to start the season, and I want to have 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Running back room is getting a little bit full. Can we cut Blake? It'll incur a penalty. So I'm going to move Blake Watson to the practice squad. We've got these guys. Receiver-wise, we've got some extra guys. That'll incur a penalty, so I'm going to move Devon Vele to the practice squad. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so Palmer, can we cut him? All right, yeah, we can cut him and not have a penalty. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 6 receivers. We'll come back to this because I'd like to keep 6 receivers active if we possibly can. Nate Atkins, can I cut him? Yes, I can cut him. Got it. Okay. All right. We got 3 tight ends, 2 left tackles. We don't have a whole lot of depth on the offensive line, although we have a bunch of centers. Let's cut Nick Ford. No increase in cap space, but that'll incur penalties. So for Seth, let's move him to practice squad. Now we got 2 centers. Right guard, we only have 2 of them, so we don't have much depth at a lot of the positions other than center. Right end, we do have an extra C.J. Brewer. Can I cut him? Yeah, I can cut him. Defensive tackles. We have 3 tackles, so I don't want to get rid of anybody. Andre Carter. I'm going to cut him. Middle linebacker, there's only 2 of them. Right outside linebacker, only 2. So I want to keep that still there. Let's cut Chris McDonald. Want to increase cap space. Chase Lucas. Let's cut him as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 corners. But I kind of want to keep that number the same. We have a bunch of extra free safeties. So can we cut Turner Yell? He'll incur a penalty. All right. Owens. Let's actually just go ahead and cut him. And that's it. Got our roster trimmed down. Cool. All right. Let's advance to next week and get ready for regular season week 1. Okay, so set season goal. That's what we'll do first. I'm going to go 7 wins for this season just because we are, of course, still in a pretty decent rebuild. All right, let me see if this draft class thing is going to be able to work. Let me import a local file, see if it's saved. Okay, so that was not. Okay, so this is the 2026. Okay, so T.J. Parker, Trey Warner, Marvin Jones Jr., Anthony Hill, Peter Woods, yada yada yada. Okay. So this is Caleb Downs, Ohio State, free safety. Yeah. Trying to see if I recognize anybody. Let me go to quarterbacks and QBs. Tennessee. Okay. Jackson Arnold, Oklahoma. All right, Miller Moss. Okay, yeah, this is an accurate draft class. Cool. Just wanted to make sure that that was all correct. All right, media interview. This is where we're going to set our goal for the beginning of the season. So let's see what they have us do. Team is the strongest. Say our defense, actually. Our defense. Passing attack. Just because Bo Nix is still a young quarterback. Oh boy. But that's fine. Tailor it more to him. 4,000 season passing yards. Hopefully Nix can get to that. So Bo Nix needs to throw 4,000 yards. Easier said than done. And through simulating, sometimes you just never know. Well, we're opening up the beginning of the season against New England. Let's go ahead and simulate to the middle of the season and see where this team is at. Hopefully we're not at the bottom of the league like we were last season. So, it's a rebuild for a reason. Hopefully Bo Nix is off to a strong start and we can get that 4,000-yard passing goal. But like I said, easier said than done for sure. Well, okay, we start out the year 3-3, so we're not in terrible shape. Let me take a look at stats, and I want to see how Bo Nix has been doing so far this season. Okay, he has over 1,200 yards. He's got 7 passing touchdowns, only 3 picks. Running game, Williams, 375 yards so far, 4 touchdowns. So our running game is okay. Receiving-wise, we've got 2 guys that are already over 300 yards receiving, Mims and Sutton. Looks like Keenan Allen really isn't doing too much. Leader in touchdowns is Sutton with 3. And, yeah, so it looks like the offense is doing okay under Nix in his second season at the helm so far. So, let's go scouting national focus, delegate assistant staff. So let's take a look and see whose contracts are up at the end of this year. So Javonte looks like he's not really interested, but, Cortland Sutton, I think, is somebody that I definitely want to keep around. Let's try this neutral deal first. Exactly the offer he was hoping for. Great. Didn't take too much to get Sutton back here. Dulwich is our backup tight end. I'm not going to bring him back. McLaughlin is our backup running back. I'm not doing that. Zach Allen is solid, but I feel like that I could do better in the offseason with upgrading that position. And Franklin Myers is really interested in coming back. I think it's time to move on from him. Troutman, we could probably get an upgraded tight end. We have some young guys as well. Bowles, I think, is somebody that I want to bring back for maybe one more season. Offer's perfect. Okay, so we got Bowles, our left tackle, back for one more season because I don't know how much better we could do than him. Gaines is our starter, but I feel like we could improve there. Yell's a backup. Ward is our starter, 81 overall, strong safety. Don't know how much better we can do, at least for this off season, and he's okay with coming back for 1 year. Okay, cool. This guy is a backup. So's this guy. Singleton. Yeah. I think Andrews, though. Can we bring him back for maybe one more season to be our center? Okay, good. Exactly the offer he was hoping for. We got $96 million left, which, of course, isn't much, but it's something. Flacco, we're going to let go. Ricard actually isn't interested in coming back, so even though he's 81 overall, don't think I'm going to invest in him. And I think we'll just get an entire new special teams unit. We'll get a new kicker and a new punter. Javonte Williams. Let's start a little bit lower with him and just see. You know what? Let's go with the player-friendly deal. This is a 5-year deal. Even though I wasn't looking to return, this offer is getting real tempting. Okay, so he's not on board yet. But the thing is, I'd have to offer him a lot in order to keep him. Maybe he's franchise tag bait, but I don't know. I don't know what the running back class in free agency is really going to look like. And 84 overall running backs aren't just available on the market when free agency begins. And that's why I don't want to risk losing Williams. So we may come back to that. And back to football, we're playing the 4-2 Bears this week. Let's see if we can get a win over Caleb Williams' squad. And we got shut out. We lost 31-0. So, yeah, we're starting to have some struggles. So I'm going to speed things up a little bit, and I'm not going to go through, these meetings and everything like that. I know that it dictates things, but if you don't promise anything, then I'm pretty sure that there's no repercussions or anything like that. So we'll just see. We did lose to the Chargers last week as well. So we're starting to kind of lose some ground a little bit. Let's manage staff, and let's see. We have 9 skill points to spend. Can I go to player personnel and spend any points here or no? I don't know if we can here. Let's see. Defensive coordinator. Yeah, with 9 points, we really can't do anything as far as spending money to upgrade any of our coaches or player personnel. All right. Well, we're playing the Colts this week. They're 4-5. We're 3-5. Let's see if we can get a win this week. and we lose again. So I think we've lost 3 consecutive games, at least since we started. At least since we were 3-3. Let me take a look at our schedule actually and see if that was the case. So this season we did start out the year with a win against the Patriots, then we lost, and we beat the Titans, beat the Giants, Raiders, and the Chiefs, and then we played the Bears. We had a bye week. That was week 7 actually. So we started out the year. So we did start out the year 3-3, and then we have lost 3 consecutive games. So, we lost. Actually, we lost 5 in a row technically. So we started out like 3-1 looks like, and we lost 5 in a row. So now we're 3-6. So yeah, needless to say, we are struggling pretty much. So, and it won't get any easier against the Texans, even though they're only 4-5. Not as bad as not overall better. And again, once again, we lost. So I think that's 6 in a row. Yes, 6 in a row right now. Press conference media availability. I'm going to actually do this one and see what they have to say, because this may be kind of a situation where we may be kind of starting to fight for our job. I don't know. We're 3-7, and I promised 7 wins. So, yeah, Coach. Big primetime matchup this week. Okay. Do you feel like Zach Allen's chance to surprise some people this week? A lot of players have really made a name for themselves in primetime games. No surprise. Definitely. 2 sacks be enough to build some buzz. Two was fine. Well, Zach Allen, a 7-8 overall defensive end, has to get 2 sacks against the Raiders, who are 4-6. So they're not that much better than us, but yeah, something tells me he ain't gonna get 2 sacks. We lose again. Player performance, I'm sure he didn't get 2 sacks. Developing in the old fashion way. Got a linebacker breakout. See what this is about. Baron Browning had a nice week. How confident are you in a repeat performance? Hopeful. Well, things are getting pretty tough right now. I mean, I promised 7 wins, and we are 3-8, and we don't have a whole lot of games left. We've lost 7 games in a row since we started the year 3-1, and things are looking not that great for us. So we got to start winning some games, and it starts out against the Commanders. So that's pretty good. Job leading the defense out there, inspired others to make some plays. His head was always in the game. So Browning earned some XP, so he's getting better. Well, I mean, hey, he's one of our emerging young linebackers. He's kind of the leader of that group right now. So we got big things from him. We gave him a new contract last year, so big time. Got another press conference here with the Jaguars game coming up. I don't know what promise I have to make this time, but hopefully it's something we can attain. But next question. It's been a rough season. How are you approaching the rest of the year? Are you open to getting younger players some playing time? Starting younger players. I might be open to it. What about someone like McClellan? Would you be open to giving him 20 carries? Probably not. No chance. Okay. Well, look, McClellan is rated lower than Williams, and um, speaking of that, let's get to the negotiating table and see what it's going to take to get Williams to maybe come back here. So we're going to have to go with a very player-friendly deal, but this is a 6-year deal, and I just don't know I want to get locked up like that. We're going to wait until we can franchise tag him, and we're going to do that when the offseason begins, because I think I can only probably take one more year of a cap hit like that, because the very player-friendly deal that he wants would be a 6-year contract. We would be locked in to a guy who may not be too much better than what he is. And I don't know. Then again, I don't know if there's going to be another dominant running back in free agency this season. But at least for this year, I'd like to have him for one more season, get Williams, and then just see what we can do after that. That kind of deal. So obviously, I'm not going to look at the playoff picture. Us being at 4-8, we got no shot at making the playoffs. But I'm more concerned with just trying to get to 7 wins, because that's the situation we're facing right now. We're playing a 6-6 Jaguars team. We won last week against the Commanders, and we got another win. It was a narrow 2-point win, but we got it. So we're 2 wins away from reaching the goal of 7 wins, which is a small victory, but it would be a victory if we were able to get that. Linebacker breakout, let's see. Is this more about Browning or is it about another linebacker? Right on the cusp of doing some big things, but we need to challenge him more. Here's what I was thinking for this week. I'm going to choose a different goal than that. Not bad. A route with him this week. 6+ tackles and 1 tackle for loss. Let's do that. Try to make some plays behind the line. Talk to him later today. So he's got to make some plays in the running game on defense. So that's the challenge for him this week. And we're playing the Eagles, who are 9-4. They're really good. Hopefully we can win this one and keep our winning streak alive. We've won 2 in a row. Can we make it 3 in a row? No, of course not. I'm pretty sure we didn't get Browning the stats that he needed. I wonder if this is Browning or if this is somebody else. I don't know. It is him. Did some good things. Didn't have the game I wanted, but like you said, we did some good things. Okay, so he earned XP, despite the fact that maybe he didn't get all the goals that we laid out for him. Got a text message from the defensive coordinator. Browns this week, 7-7. Better than Patrick Surtain, the second, 99 overall? I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh, Jerry Jeudy caused problems for our corners. So we're playing against our old teammate. Yeah, Surtain needs to be great in man coverage. Great, we'll focus on that all week. All right. Remember the 99 overall club, Surtain. You got to get on Jeudy, and you got to shut him down in order for us to win this game. We have 3 games left to try to get to 7 wins, and that's going to be tough. Hopefully we can get one of these wins, because I will be playing the final game of the regular season we play. We actually got to play the Cowboys, so that'll be a mixed emotion game for me. But regardless, play who's in front of us. All right, so let's see if we can get a win against the Browns this week. Hopefully Surtain can lock down Jerry Jeudy, and we can get back on the winning side, and we lose again. And now with 2 games left, we got to make something happen. We're playing the Chiefs this week. I don't expect a win here. And we don't, of course. So now, new ability unlocked for Will Johnson. Okay, so that's good. Recuperation. Players with this ability recover from effects of fatigue. Ball carrier moves. Let's actually do that. Okay, so strip specialist, return man, mid zone KO. Let's do that. Okay, I think we did it. Okay. Well, so last game of the regular season. We actually play Dallas at home. We win this game, we'll get to 6 wins. That's not what I promised at the beginning of the season. So hopefully this isn't the final game.
It's week 18 of the National Football League.
For Gaffney.
It's Bo Nix. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Broncos
and Nix has not gotten close to 4,000 yards, and I doubt we could get that in this one game alone. But maybe we could just air it out. We're going to air it out as much as we can, and hopefully we can get a win, and Nix can have a good game. But we will see. All right, well, we're going to the air.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
There you go. Good pass. Oh, my. Trayvon Diggs. I love you, but I don't love you right there, man. And first pass I throw, Trayvon Diggs picks it off. Yeah, not great. But our defense makes a stand. We get the ball back.
Nix from the gun.
Oh, didn't get the time.
And on third down.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back
Sutton
and go.
over there, caught. First down.
It is a
Third down and 5, but unfortunately we didn't do anything after we had that.
On third down, Prescott.
Looks like Dallas has a new running back. I don't know who it is, but he wears number 34. It's 3rd and 7. There's 34 seconds left in the first quarter.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak.
Of course, Dak just... Man, he just ran straight up the middle and scored. Ugh. Defense getting gashed. But we actually responded with a touchdown. That was good. But defense again. We got a 3rd and 7.
Prescott from the gun on third down.
Missed it.
And that is incomplete.
Defense made a stand there. You don't even get the field goal. Okay. We're back on defense again towards the end of the second quarter. This is a 3rd and 10 here.
To the air again.
Oh, Gaines was free. Oh, man. They're going to get us for a roughing the passer, aren't they?
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
That was my own fault. I got too aggressive with rushing with Gaines on that play, and they got me for the roughing the passer.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Excuse me.
Prescott again. In the middle of
There we
the
go,
field,
make the tackle.
it's taken
Okay,
by
2nd
CD
and 2.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
2-minute warning, tied at 7.
First half, all tied at 7.
Cowboys are knocking at the door,
Greg and I
so they
return
can
to
stop.
Denver after this. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll throw again. Dak.
Myers chase him out. Ooh, wow. Dak missed a wide open receiver there. But Myers came there with the pressure. That was big. Almost had him. If Myers was just a little bit faster, might have been able to get Dak. Pickett, let's go, Surtain. 99 overall corner making plays. That's what we need to see. Let's go. Great play. Perfect. Just what we need. Now let's see if we can drive down the field and score before half. We got all 3 timeouts left. It's kind of a big drive for Knicks.
And now their offense is back on the field.
Come on, Allen. Break away from that, Keenan. Let's go. Juke inside. Make a miss. And they say that Keenan Allen is getting up there in age. He looked like the young Keenan Allen on that run. Sutton, come on. We need this. Here we go, Sutton. Out of bounds. There we go. Big play right there. 2 big plays. We're already inside the 20.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal.
Score here.
From the shotgun.
Oh, Knicks. Just run it. Run it, Knicks. Dive. Touchdown, Bo Nix on the run. Nice. There we go. Well, Dallas mounted a quick drive of their own. Then again, we scored pretty quickly there, so might have hurt us in the long run, but I don't know. Oh, man, he's so wide open in the back of the end zone. Then he caught it. The running back.
Touchdown number 19.
Just let up a touchdown in 5 seconds. And here comes Dallas again, trying to get the lead. Let's actually get in tighter here and just stop this running back from getting in the end zone. And of course, we had to worry about Ferguson making the catch. He's in for 6. So we're back down. So we're down on the scoreboard again. 21-14. It's 1st and 10 though. McLaughlin in the backfield. McLaughlin made the catch, but he got 1 yard. Micah was waiting right there for him.
Too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. 2nd down, Knicks. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
Working out of the gun, it's Knicks.
Keenan, come on!
Bad
throw.
But it's incomplete.
Not the best decision he could have made there.
On
Well,
4th down,
sets us
the
up with
veteran
a
Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. His kick is good.
got it. It's 3rd and 4.
Third and short. Prescott.
Oh! Make the tackle, guys. Come on.
6.
The first down for the Cowboys. 1st and 10. In the 3rd quarter, so we have a whole other quarter left, but man, he just so wide open. Brandon Cooks touchdown. All right, 3rd down and 7 here. We really need to convert this.
Now Nick's going to look to throw.
Nimps.
Is
he short? Okay, he's short by inches. Let us go for it. Let us go for it.
As you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little
Let us go for it. Let's go for it.
It just seems like he's made every right decision
every
time that he's decided to throw the
ball. It's 4th quarter. We need a 1st down.
They've got to go here. It's 4th down.
There we go, Javonte.
It's Williams. And he is good.
There we go. Let us continue this drive.
They go for it on 4th.
We score here. We got a shot.
And it's a gain of 5. Throwing is Knicks.
Here's Sutton. Come on.
Got a man over the
Another 1st down.
Sutton. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Knicks. The pressure there got to him. He hit as he threw it. And that pass falls
time back there.
Try to get here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Throwing. Knicks.
Come on, Keenan. Break away. Touchdown, Keenan Allen. Got a shot. We had to convert that 4th down to keep the drive. We just had to. We did. Okay, make a stop here. We got a shot to win this.
On 3rd down, Prescott.
Show in the name of...
And they are
he was, Jalen Tolbert was completely naked. Where was the coverage? Where was the safety? Oh, man. And we just get gashed up the middle for likely a game-clinching touchdown. We're down 10. We need to make stuff happen in a hurry. We have 1 second before the 2-minute warning. We need big plays fast.
Nix from the gun. On third down. That one is batted away.
I would assume they're going to let us go for this.
Tightly defended.
It
brings up fourth down.
Now, want to run something that'll get us the first and preserve some time.
Let's go. Nix going to throw for it.
And we can't.
And he's going to go down.
Well, game over, season over. And based on the way that things have been going and the fact that we finished 2 wins shy of what our goal was, I don't know, guys. We may get fired.
As he's down to a knee.
I wish the time would just go off the clock. This game is all but over. We had chances, had opportunities. Unfortunately, we finished the season 5-12. Bo Nix had 2 touchdowns, but he finished short of 4,000 yards, one of the preseason promises that we made. So, unfortunately, I got a feeling that Gaffney may be getting the axe after 2 seasons with some pretty bad records, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. And we did get fired. I know it. So, unfortunately, guys, I think just based on the way that things are, the Denver Broncos were unable to be rebuilt. So, unfortunately, I think this is the end of this series for now. Didn't even get an opportunity to really rebuild them because the coach got fired. I think the next franchise that we do, we're going to do from the perspective of the owner. And we're going to be able to not have to worry about all the little things and all the little promises, because it really looks like that if you're doing a rebuild and you have to fulfill the promises or else you're going to get fired. So anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care.